Good evening. My name is Dr. Melody Rodarte. I am a physician in the Phoenix, Arizona area. I'm double board certified in internal medicine and obesity medicine, and I also have certifications in hyperbaric medicine, wound care, and medical aesthetics. So that was my choice to just do those items because I really enjoy taking care of the whole person. I liked knowing how people healed. And it's part of my story, really. I wanted to be a DO, a doctor of osteopathic medicine, from the beginning because I got to witness my mentors how they practiced. It really incorporated Eastern and Western medicine. That was important to me. And as I started into just kind of to follow other doctors, I was like, I think I want to be an adult doctor. That was really important to me because I could educate my patients. I didn't have to worry about pediatrics and dealing with kids. And if the parents were taking care of them, I just loved empowering adults to take control of their life, to live their best. And so I'm excited for you guys to be honest tonight because I hope and you feel empowered to know how you can slow down the aging process, how you can live your best life with activating your body. That's the key part. Is what I want you to learn is that you are not stuck with the genes that you were born with. Well, technically you are, but they don't have to activate. You can help their expression. It's called epigenetics. So I'm going to share my screen and we'll kind of get started, but I absolutely love what I'm going to present to you tonight. And it's something I don't have any trouble talking about. So I'll keep in mind the time. So we keep this under a half an hour. All right, so. Hopefully you can see my screen here. So as I said, we're going to be talking about some products tonight and some pathways that you might not have heard about yet. And the company is called Lifevantage, and they are all about being at the forefront of nutrigenomics, using nutrition to help gene expression. And so Lifevantage began in a lab with a single question. Is declining health something we have to simply accept as part of getting older? And so the first discovery when they were looking at that question is our genes contain incredible abilities to keep our bodies healthy. And the second discovery was we discovered a way to activate these abilities. So I opened up saying, our genes, are we stuck with those genes? Just because my dad had diabetes or my mom had breast cancer, am I going to have those? Well, you might have the genes that are going to express that, but you also can control how they're expressed. So we used to think that, you couldn't do anything. Now there's 95% of our genes, we can have control over how they are expressed. That's an incredible gift to know. And so what I want you to know again is we can activate our genes. Begin to use activation. It is going to address the leading causes of declining health, which is aging. So the root of so many cells breakdown is oxidative stress. And it doesn't matter where you live, how you eat, how you exercise, we all undergo oxidative stress. And so the issue is the body is constantly bombarded by oxidative stress. It's from free radicals. And depending on how it affects a cell, well, the cell makes up a tissue, the tissue makes up an organ, and the organs put together make up our body. And so we want to know how to reduce oxidative stress. In the past, all we knew about were antioxidants. I mean, I did wound care. I set up IVs with antioxidants, high doses. That's all we knew about. Well, and I'm here to tell you there's more than just taking antioxidants. And we need that because oxidative stress can affect every single organ in our body. And so I kind of was talking about this: diet, smoking, medication, pollution, inactivity, too much activity, alcohol, toxins, pesticides, wireless signals. All of these can have an effect on our cells. So what does that lead to? I thought I had the next slide up. It can lead to issues, oxidative stress. A good visual is cutting an apple in half and watching it brown. That's when oxygen is hitting it and it's starting to age. So I'm going to show you an ABC Primetime Investigative Report. Think about that apple as John Quinones is talking. This aired back in 2005, and you might be thinking, geez, that was 15 years ago. Unfortunately, in medicine and in science, it takes a few years for research to come out, for people to put it into practice, and more research to be done, and for something to be adopted. And so 15 years ago in science is not very long ago. And this ABC Primetime Investigative Report is so important to us because it's where the story began. So there's about a 3-minute clip. Who doesn't like listening to John Quinones? But it's where everything started. So take a listen.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment. For me, it begins with a blood test.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company.
They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing. The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. So the result, oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes 2 antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells.
So, Doctor, how often do I take these?
And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment. It's called Protandim, and tests have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age, but taking just 1 pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old. So just what's in this seemingly incredible pill? Well, actually, its roots are very humble. Protandim is a combination of 5 plant ingredients. Some you may know: green tea or turmeric, a spice used in Indian cooking. Others, Withania somnifera and Silybum marianum, are more exotic. High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma, all of these, strokes, heart attacks.
Even mental disease.
Yes,
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression.
But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically. Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after. Have we turned back the clock? Maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed.
We do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
The company that makes Protandim says its tests show the pill, made from ingredients used for centuries, is absolutely safe. For more, go to our website at abcnews.com.
So after that aired, people actually wanted to call in. They wanted to order this. And we were a small little bio company. They didn't have enough product. And we can get to that part of the story. But what I love and what I did once I saw that is I needed to go to a place called pubmed.gov. It's where all peer-reviewed journal articles are. And that is where I went, because 5.5 years ago, I watched that ABC Primetime Investigative Report. I was looking for something that could reduce the oxidative stress in my son. And I was so incredibly thankful that someone shared that with me. But I didn't show my excitement just yet, because I'm thinking to myself, it's not going to be on PubMed. It's not going to be worth my time. And 5.5 years ago, I went to that source, PubMed, and I typed in Protandim, and there were 15 peer-reviewed articles for me to look at. Today, if you do it tonight, there are over 25 peer-reviewed articles for you to look at. And for some of you science geeks, you hopefully have been inside going, jumping up and down, going, oh my gosh, I'm going to have something to read tonight. And that's where the science started for these multiple universities. I'm going to have them listed here. They started saying, can we use Protandim and do studies? So that's the incredible part. It's not on just the ingredient, but the actual product has over 25 peer-reviewed studies on it. And so for me as a physician, that was important for me to look at. So what are we talking about, this Protandim? The flagship product is Protandim NRF2 Activator or Synergizer, and it is 5 ingredients: milk thistle, bacopa, ashwagandha, green tea, and turmeric. And it is the proprietary blend that has over 7 patents protecting its combination. And with it, you are lowering your oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days, and with continued use, up to 70%. You are increasing antioxidants that your body makes, like SOD, superoxide dismutase, catalase, glutathione. Look at that, increased by 300%. If you haven't heard about glutathione lately, you've been living under a rock. So that's something you definitely need to go look up. It's an incredible antioxidant and detoxification enzyme our body makes. And so we are supporting the body's natural ability to repair and rejuvenate its cells. We are supporting the body's natural detoxification process. And you are able to neutralize 1 million free radicals every second. And so if you look down on the bottom left, you're going to see 2 seals of approval. The BSCG's Banned Substance Control Group, you're going to see this on multiple products that I show you tonight. And that is saying that we are not worried about athletes doping. We are on that list. The NSF is just third party saying what's on the label is inside the bottle. Super important. So here's another visual. The 1-to-1 ratio is what we knew, what most people know about right now. Like you take a vitamin C, you eat a blueberry, you neutralize 1 free radical, it's 1 and done. When you activate the NRF2 pathway, like I said before, you are releasing so many more antioxidants that your body makes, so you're neutralizing 1 million to 1 a second. And that's where the key part of reducing oxidative stress is happening. I love what Washington State University says. NRF2 may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and most extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. There are not very many pathways that we have that can be therapy and prevention. This is an incredible pathway that we have. And so the second theory of aging happens to deal with mitochondrial dysfunction, mitochondrial decline. You might have heard both of those, or aging mitochondria. Our mitochondria not only produce ATP, the energy our cells need to function, but they protect our genome. And so you can see here the issue is the body needs constant power to run. Just think of how many beats a second your heart has to do, or breaths, your lungs. It's just incredible the amount of energy to work our bodies. And so with aging, mitochondrial decline happens. And so what we want to do is repair our mitochondria. We want to increase mitochondrial biogenesis, which means making more mitochondria, and we want them to function well. And so we have an answer to that, NRF1 Synergizer, or NRF1 activation. Again, 5 ingredients that you can see in the middle. We are promoting and helping mitochondrial biogenesis, which leads to increased cellular ATP while slowing cellular aging and supporting chromosomal integrity. We're improving our sleep. Did you know that we need adequate and restful sleep for repair to happen? So important. And we are supporting cognitive and brain health, supporting a healthy circulatory and cardiovascular system. The third theory is sirtuins, and that might be a new word for you. You may have heard of NAD. Don't call it NAD, it's NAD if you want to sound sciencey. These two go hand in hand. Our sirtuins help our longevity genes. So as the body runs, it creates waste that can back up and slow the cell if not removed. Sirtuins are responsible for this removal, a process called autophagy. This process is responsible for a myriad of health benefits, from mental, physical energy to motivation, mood, cardiovascular health, maintaining healthy cholesterol levels, joint health, healthy DNA function, and a healthy inflammation response. A little bit of inflammation is okay. It's telling the body where to go, what needs to be fixed. Inflammation out of control is bad. And so the body is constantly activating sirtuins and producing additional sirtuins in order to help slow down that aging process. It's like the CEO of the cell telling it where to go and what to do. And so we have an NAD synergizer, and you're seeing those ingredients there in the middle. Super important to know those. And so what we are doing are supporting healthy longevity, improving mental focus and concentration, supporting positive mood and motivation, boosting mental and physical energy, our body's own natural healthy inflammatory response, helping cholesterol levels. Guys, cholesterol is actually good for us. So there's good cholesterol. We need cholesterol. So you want to support a healthy range and supporting healthy vascular system. So this is our NAD synergizer. Remember, it helps our sirtuins. So you've learned a few new words here. Putting these three together is called the tri-synergizer. So it's NRF2, NAD, and NRF1. And there are no GMOs, no artificial colors or flavors or sweeteners. Incredible. So I talked about helping our genes and helping gene expression. On the bottom in the gray, you're going to see per product which genes are being increased, meaning the helping to reduce all the things that we talked about. And if you put them together as a tri-synergizer, you're seeing even more expression of these incredible genes helping to reduce oxidative stress, increase mitochondrial biogenesis, and then helping our NAD sirtuin pathway. So I like this visual. You don't have to understand or know how to say those genes. You just need to know that we are activating these incredible pathways in our bodies. So because of the time frame that we're in, I just want to talk about two more products because I get questions all the time about which probiotic to choose, why I choose it. And right now it's so important to have a microbiome that is healthy. Our microbiome helps digest our food, synthesize our vitamins. Our immune system, 80% of our immune system is in our gut, and neurotransmitters. So you know when you get butterflies or you get an upset tummy, your body is talking to your brain. It's your second gut. With our probiotic, over 60% is making it through the stomach acid and into the small and large intestine where they need to work, where a majority that is out there over the market and prescription, only about 4% are making it through. So that is one that makes us different. The second is Wellmune. Wellmune has 13 peer-reviewed studies on PubMed, incredible science behind it. And it is a beta-glucan, and it's helping those tight junctions stay tight. You don't want things leaking through and in between those cells of the intestine causing inflammation and issues. And so that's why I get excited talking about this product right now, because so many of us are trying to help our immune system and our microbiome function at its highest ability. The other is, I think all my patients today talked about foggy brain, lack of mood and energy, and they're looking for coffee and tea and energy drinks. And I just love that I tell them I have brain food. I have something that crosses the blood-brain barrier, helps reduce oxidative stress because this product is an NRF2 activator. The pine bark in it is. And we have L-theanine and activated B vitamins, quercetin, DMAE. I think you guys have been hearing about quercetin lately too. We need these in order to have a positive mood, help neurotransmitter function. help with our memory and concentration. So I love this product. I had to throw it in here. There's a decaf and a caffeinated option. The caffeinated is 100 milligrams. It's not synthetic, so you don't have the rise and the crash. Naturally sweetened with stevia. Awesome, awesome product. So together we have a system that covers so many bases. So get back to the person who introduced you to this webinar. We talked about the NRF2, the NRF1, and the NAD in detail, but they can be put together into stacks with our probiotics, with our omega, which is a clean fish oil with a vitamin D. We have the first systems for NRF2 skin care and hair care. We have NRF2 activation for our four-legged friends. And then we also have a weight management system that just supports our healthy weight loss and maintenance. So those were the product pillars. And the neat part is you can become a customer, get these products at the same wholesale price that we do, those of us who decide to share this with people. There's no sign-up fee, there's no activation fee. You get a website to order your products. It's incredibly easy. And this is one thing that I'm always talking about, the Tri-Synergizer, because you can get it as in bottles, you can get it in like this rip apart packet, make it super easy to travel with, though some of us are not traveling as much as we want to right now. But it's just a great way to start and hit all of those theories of aging. And so I talked about how easy it is from a website or a phone. Get back to the person who invited you. They can send you a link and you can order the products that you'd like. This shopping site is incredible because it has forms that you can read and videos to watch. So I love that it's all at our fingertips. Those of you who are thinking, I've got a family, I'd love to share this with more people. I would love to have a home-based business or have a plan B in place. We have packs that can help you get started with this, with us as a business partner. And so why Lifevantage? I want to say, why not Lifevantage? We, again, at the forefront of nutrigenomics. And so you can see there's a 60% increase in wellness sales in the last 8 years. I'm interested to see what's going to happen after this year, because so many of us are realizing we need to be in control of our health. We have only been doing sick care, disease care, instead of saying, what can we do to be at the forefront, to prevent, to decrease the chance of having any issues come later on in life? We are learning, I like to say, I want to be a host that a virus and an illness doesn't want, because my body is functioning and on all cylinders. And so that's why when someone says, why Lifevantage? I want to say that I have products to reduce oxidative stress, to help mitochondrial biogenesis, and to help increase sirtuin activity. That is so incredible to say. And so, as you can see, it's just another type of graph showing you where wellness is going. And it's the perfect melt. You can work from home or anywhere. Prior to COVID, I loved that it didn't matter where I was. I could be on a plane, on a cruise ship in another country, and I could talk about this and do everything from my phone. And it's great for social sharing. You get a virtual office, minimal business assets, no inventory requirements. I don't know about you guys, but that's huge. I just opened my own practice this year. Let me tell you about inventory. So the fact that I can do this anywhere and I don't have to carry inventory is incredible to me. And you have a personal online store to use. So I'm going to just tell you, when I was introduced to this, I had never seen a business like this. And so I had to actually literally talk to my financial team, my finance advisor, and say, what is this? How does this work? What is direct sales? And I will tell you, I am incredibly blessed to have been introduced to this, because I never knew what leveraged income looked like, what sharing a product and building a team could do. And so this company is publicly traded on the NASDAQ. So those of you who are thinking, is this real? I mean, it's real enough to be on NASDAQ, publicly traded, in these Fortune magazines, talking about our CEO got to ring the closing bell back in January on Wall Street. I mean, it's just incredible. But this made me kind of do a double take, this graph here. Because we are publicly traded, every year we have an income disclosure statement. Our company goes from the rank of distributor, which is just getting started in the company, to a master pro 10 that you can see at the very bottom of the slide. Then if you go over about 3 columns, you're going to look, I'm sorry, 2 columns, you're going to look at the average monthly commissions paid by rank. This is real, you guys. That's the incredible part, is you can look down and you can go, wow, what would another $600 do in my pocket a month? What would $1,500 look like? It might bring a parent home. It might allow you to have 1 job instead of 2 or 3. It might just pay for your product that you're so excited about and just want to cover it. It can also be just incredible money for retirement, and money that you can do so many good things. I mean, the fact that someone could make over $100 grand a month is incredible. I'm a physician. I'll never see that being a doctor. I love telling people I'm like 18 years out of medical school, and I've only paid off half of my medical school loans. So you better believe that I was looking for plan B and plan C to help grow as I'm getting to have my dream of a dream practice. But it's lovely to have leveraged income to help me out. And we did get to bring my husband home 2 years ago from his job. So this is real. Look at this income statement, and just know that you have a great opportunity to have with the person who invited you for this webinar. So what I would love to end this with is, please get back to that person. Say, yes, I'd love more information. How do I get product? How do I become a customer? How do I become a teammate? This looks incredible. I will tell you, I will never stop talking about this. As I said, I love to equip and empower my patients to live their best life. And that goes for my friends, my family, my colleagues as well. Because all of us are, especially this year, knowing that we want to make our bodies stronger, not just physically, but emotionally, and to be able to weather any storm that comes our way and not let it knock us down. So I love Lifevantage, that it has taught me how to do a business like this, which I'd never heard about in my entire life prior to 5 years ago. I have made the closest friends ever. I'm on the medical advisory board, so knowing what goes behind the science of this company, again, has just brightened my day, built my belief. The personal growth that has come with this is just incredible, where I'm learning technology. It's great. You don't have to all do this, but it becomes something that just lights your fire, because you get to hear of all the stories of empowering others. So with that, I'm going to just say thank you so much for allowing me to just share some of my passion tonight. And I hope you have a wonderful evening. If you're watching this live, if you're watching the replay, have a great day. Bye.